Hello, Barry Anderson from Trade Ideas with the trade of the day, and today it is GDRX. Now, first of all, let's take a look at the SPY. I mean, the SPY is just getting killed again. We are now 45 minutes or an hour down. We had a little glimmer of hope here. It looked like the SPY was going to pop up and actually go positive. And in fact, I think right there at that point, it was mildly positive. But the selling is just, getting intense right now. So one of the things I really love to look at is my 10-day daily breakdown, okay? And one of the things is, first of all, GDRX, VTRS, VRM. Now, EHTH actually had a bounce, but most of these are earnings plays, okay? And when I'm doing my pre-market work, I'm looking at. I can see this obviously because this is way down. So in my pre-market work, I've got my pre-market actives up and my pre-market actives down. So this, of course, showed up in my pre-market actives down. Big gap down after hours yesterday on earnings, and then that there was no pop up at all. I actually shorted this in the pre-market and made a little bit and got out just before this pop actually. But I was saying to the group when the market opened, I said I really want to take a look at this if it breaks down through 18, and that's exactly what I did. And look at that first 15-minute candle, broke down through 18, and before it even bounced at all, it got down to 16. So there, that's a big percentage move. I took some profit along the way. But the other thing of note is that this is an all-time low. I mean, every time this was happening, every new low, this was an all-time low. So one of the things I really look at in this, the 10-day daily breakdown is if it also happens to be an all-time low. VTRS was a huge one from yesterday. Whoops, just give me a moment here. Let me, if I click on it, I think I'll lose the chart. But if I click on VTRS, I just need to do the symbol linkings. There we go. So if I click on VTRS now, this showed up yesterday in that. Look at the move yesterday. And again, it's an all-time low from yesterday. This is a continuation, all-time low. The VRM was an earnings play. VRM, had earnings after hours yesterday and continued down, all-time low. So you sort of see the trend. When I get something in the 10-day daily breakdown, I love it. But if it's also an all-time low, I want to be all over it. And so, somebody asked me, well, what's my favorite scan? Well, right now, for sure, it is the 10-day daily breakdown. Now, admittedly, we're still in earnings season. We have 500 companies releasing earnings this week. Next week, we're down to 200, and probably, after that, we're really going to be, we'll be out of earnings season for sure. So, most of the time, these ones that are having these catastrophic drops is because of earnings. Now, other ones like the bios, they can have really bad data. Their data is, when I say data, they're testing phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. They get their data results, not good, and then those can have catastrophic drops also. But the reason why we're getting a lot of these 10-day daily breakdowns is because of earnings. And so I'm anticipating that, in a couple of weeks, I'm not going to get very many alerts from it, but, milk it while we can. And, during earnings season, watch those ones that are just making new lows. I mean, again, somebody asked me, well, why would you ever short something that is already at an all-time low? Because they can go down more. I mean, it's that simple. There's nothing holding it up. There's nothing on a chart. You're not getting any chart support. And it takes some resolve, to step in and say, okay, I'm going to try a bottom fishing on this. When a stock is making an all-time low and it's on bad news and it keeps going down and down and down. Of course, eventually, like right there, of course, this bounced a bit. But you be first, okay? You be the first one to take that dip and maybe you'll get a bounce on it. But anyway, I digress. We have some just great trades from that 10-day daily breakdown, and it's one of the ones I'm sharing. If you in the email, you'll see that I'm sharing. Go to my homepage, go to the scan section, and it is one of the ones that I'm sharing, and it's called the 10-day daily breakdown. All right, want to get back into the room. So, again, if you have any questions, this is the email address you can use. I'll open the room tomorrow at 8 o'clock Eastern. Have a great evening, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.